Hey everyone. If you're here, just letting you guys know that the free list is now closed. We are moving on to donations and prepaid readings. Right now, the donation list and the order is in the chat. So if you're curious how long of a wait you have or where you are on the list, just take a look at the comment that I just posted in the chat. We are starting this off with Terry and answering her question for a mini reading. Then we will be moving on to Amy, and after that, Philomena. If you ordered a reading with me or you're here to redeem a prepaid, please be present when we call on you, as this is a limited stream and will be timed. And if you're not here, you'll have to wait till the next time I'm live to get your reading. There's another option though. If you need to leave the live stream, you can leave your question with me. I'll answer it and you can come back to this later on. Tanika, thank you for your donation. If you'd like to leave your question with me, if you think you're not going to be able to hang around, feel free to do that. Otherwise, I'll call on you when it's your turn, okay? Amy, thanks for checking in. Terry, he feels like you guys are due for a conversation, a heart-to-heart. Maybe to try to narrow down or be more clear about where you guys stand. I feel like he is battling his flawed self or his flawed side. Maybe some dark truths that he hasn't wanted to admit to himself. Maybe even truths about his connection with you. I do feel like he feels passion and a chemistry that's intense with you. He does allow his ego and his pride get in the way of the connection. I feel like there is an aspect of him that really misses you. So there's a part of him that misses a part of you, something that makes your connection unique. But generally, overall, I feel like he is missing you. Terry, yes, that's fine. Absolutely, you can add to another reading if you'd like. And Amy, that sounds good. So to end your reading, Terry, he's saying that being away from you has allowed him to gain clarity, which I think is an important card here, especially because you may have needed this from him. So he's getting a little bit more clear, and maybe that's why he feels you are overdue for a conversation. Terry, what is your second question for the second mini reading? Okay, Terry, I got your question. I am waiting for your donation to come through, so give me just a second. All right, Terry, it just came through. All right, I have both of your questions. I'm shuffling now for you. He realizes that he needs to give to you. He realizes that he either needs to fuse this connection, like lock it down, make it real, make it committed, really give you something, go all in here, or he needs to walk away. I think he realizes that at this point, he has an ultimatum. And I think that he realizes he needs to be more expressive in his feelings. Let's see. What has come into his awareness? Something that he wants to do is have some alone time with you. Maybe get away from everything, other people, get away from any distractions. He may feel like he needs to give some kind of grand gesture here. That's the overall feeling that I'm getting, is he feels like he has to do something big, or he risks losing you. So this could be also to his desire to bring you back something. You could be receiving a what is it called? A souvenir as well. This doesn't necessarily mean that that's his grand gesture, but he just feels honestly like there's some kind of ultimatum on the table. Let's come into his awareness. Yeah. The messages just keep repeating, Terry. So I'm getting like alone time, quality time, grand gestures, getting away, and like needing to make a big decision here, realizing that he needs to put a ring on it, so to speak, like he needs to lock it down, or he risks you walking away. Amy, you can post your question if you're ready. Got it, Amy. So Terry, are you wanting next 3 months for you and him, or are you wanting next 3 months just like a general 3-month reading? Hey Terry, I'm not sure if you heard. I wanted to know, are you asking a 3-month general or 3 months between you and him? Okay, I'm just gonna do the next 3 months because that's how you worded it, just generally. Tanika, got it. Thank you. I'll be with you as soon as I can. Oh, guys, by the way, the free list is, or not the free list, I'm sorry, all lists are closed now. I went over a little bit longer than I should have. I lost track of time. All right, we're closing all lists, everyone. Anyone that's in here that would like to donate, I will honor that, but you have to make that donation in the next minute or two. Otherwise, all lists are closed. Terry, that's totally fine. I think we might still be in Mercury retrograde. I'm not sure, but I think we might be. Okay, so we just came out of it yesterday. So hopefully technology, we could just be dealing with like the after effects of it right now. So hopefully that will stop very soon. Okay, so Terry, I have what is this? Sorry guys, give me already now. Okay, so this is so curious. I'm gonna look at these like very literally. This is a time for you where you may be needing to look at things from a different perspective. You might be feeling like, okay, new year, new me, but I still don't feel that much different, or I don't see, maybe I feel different, but I don't see a lot of changes around me. Hanged Man here talks about maybe looking at things from a different side. It can also talk about delays. So you could also feel like, um, things are very much like on pause this month, or even going into the next month or so. I feel like it could just be a time of limited creativity or the ability to express yourself. It's kind of feeling like winter, like legitimately the seasons are representing your life where things are kind of like not living, they're not thriving, they're not growing, nothing's happening. But the winter is here for a reason, and it's time for us to take pause to look at things from other perspectives. Um, Page of Wands also talks about looking at things from a different perspective. And I think the main thing here is just doing your own thing. Try not to, what is the word? Try not to base your life around other people. Live for yourself, as I think you do well, but essentially don't put your eggs in other people's baskets right now. Put your eggs in your own and do your own thing and live for yourself. And maybe if there's any issues around you, then try to. And you know what's interesting is like usually when I get to look at things from a different perspective, I usually get like you need to look at things from someone else's perspective. Like put yourself in their shoes is usually how I see that. But right now I'm almost hearing look at your life from a different perspective. Maybe from a higher self perspective. Pull back, draw back. Imagine that you're in space and you're looking down at your life from outer space. Like, how significant do your issues seem? Do they seem easier to overcome because you've now pulled back? Like, don't worry about other people's perspectives, but try to look at your life differently. Try to look at your life as like if something goes wrong, it's not the end of the world. If something goes wrong or something doesn't work out, there's a greater plan here. Like, be your highest self when looking at any issues or non-issues. Even if you feel like, my only problem is that I feel like nothing's happening, that's okay. Like, look at that and see that as an opportunity to do something different. you know I had my neighbors report my cat when they knew it was mine during Christmas and had to pay $70. Damn, I'm sorry. I keep my cats inside. I know that they want to be outside. I know they do. I know that cats deserve to be outside, but I just can't. I think maybe if I lived on like a lot of acres and I didn't have any neighbors around me, possibly then. But I can't. People are crazy. People are legit nuts. You need your highest self. Been having such a hard time. I'm not normally like this. Geminis are such good teachers. You're so sweet, Terry. So Four of Pentacles here is saying like keep your energy to yourself, Um, so over the next 3 months, what am I seeing? I'm seeing not a lot of movement. I'm seeing a time for pause. I'm seeing a time for looking at your life from a higher point of view, from a different perspective. And I'm seeing over the next 3 months you reserving your energy for you and only you and not worrying about other people. Now, other people will do what they will, and it doesn't mean you have to be alone. It doesn't mean you have to isolate yourself. It doesn't mean that you can't be in a friendship or a relationship or spend time with other people or be social. What it means is that you're allowing these people to come to you. If they want a part of your life, if they want an aspect of you, they will come find you, but you are not going to overextend yourself to help others right now. You're going to be taking the time for yourself that's much needed. Yeah, I just found that out. Being a Cancer with a Capricorn moon is tough. Being an empath, still learning. You're welcome, Terry. And it's okay. If there's not movement, if nothing's growing, if nothing's happening, it is okay. It is natural even to feel winter in your life, to feel like things are slowing down. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's going to come back. Things will start moving again. It's just don't stress about that aspect of things. You're welcome. All right, so we are shuffling for Amy now. All right, Amy says, for my $10, let's see Ryan's true feelings and thoughts he has towards me right now. I'll update you before we do message channeling on someone else. Okay, that sounds good. Oh, thank you, Terry. Oh, he. I don't know if I'm saying that right. You're welcome. That's so precious. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, I gotta tell you guys the funniest thing while I'm shuffling for Amy. One of my brother's friends posted a TikTok recently. I think she posted it yesterday. It might have been on New Year's Eve, but I'm pretty sure it was sometime in the last 24 hours. And her video has gone like mega viral. I think she has like 6.2 million views or something. And at the end of one of her TikToks, my brother made a comment about something, and they couldn't see him, but they could hear him in the video. And so everyone wanted a reveal of him. So she did a reveal on her page, and now that has almost 400,000 views. And I'm like, this shit's getting crazy because this girl on Saturday, I think she had like 100 followers, and now she's got like 6,000. Over 6 million views. Like she blew up. Like it went wild. It went crazy. And it's funny because now my sister's friends are like sending screenshots and being like, is this your brother? Is this your brother? And Rachel's like, my sister, she's like, yeah, that's my brother. His friend did a video that went viral. And It's just hilarious. And I'm like, people around me starting to go viral, guys. So if you're looking to, yeah, exactly. People around me go viral like crazy. I don't, but people around me do. So just get ready. If you're trying to get seen or anything like that, it's good to know me these days. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Hey, Flowless, my lists are closed for the night. Sorry about that. Terry, I remember when your Facebook did that too. I remember. So, you just never know. You just never know what video of yours is going to go viral. And it's wild too because a lot of her other videos that she made like months ago, people are now like scanning her page because she made that video. So now everyone's like looking at all the videos that she's ever posted. And so like some of her stuff it got like 300 views. And now because they've seen that video brought them to her page. Now she's like got like 100,000 views instead of like 300. And it's just wild. It is really wild how like TikTok can just drive you to fame, you know what I mean? All right, so let's see. Ryan's true feelings and thoughts. Ryan's true feelings and thoughts. So I think that Ryan is considering you to be a part of his future, but I want to be clear. I feel like that's an option for him. That's not the only path that he's picturing. And so you have to treat him similarly, Amy. You have to treat him as just an option. You can't make him your whole life or your whole world or anything like that if he's not willing to do the same for you. If he's not all in, you shouldn't be either. But he is looking at you as like a maybe in the distant future kind of thing, and he is taking that thought seriously. But he is currently indecisive. He's not able to give you an answer right now. He's unable to make a decision, and he knows that might disappoint you. He feels like there's just too many differences. Not that you and him are different, but there's just too many qualities or blocks that hinder this connection and makes it difficult to feel like success is achievable or attainable for a relationship. He feels like you guys would be starting in the negative, right? So I think for you, if you're looking for advice, I think if you enjoy talking to this man, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think that you should entertain it. You know, if you feel like you want to, then do it. But I think that there's no expected outcome here. And to be honest, I don't know if there will be at any point. Something would have to drastically change, and I don't think that is the case. So if you're saying, should I stay, should I go, should I hold out hope, or should I move forward? It just depends on what you're looking for. What are the quality and blocks that he thinks we would have? Let's see. What are the blocks here? All right, so we have the Hanged Man and the Chariot. So Chariot talks about distance traveled, direction. So he could feel like you're directionless. He could feel like the distance is an issue. And like I said, he feels like you're starting out in the negative. The Hanged Man, he can feel like it's stopping before it's starting. And because these are both major arcana cards, I'm viewing this as like he thinks it's a big deal. He thinks it's a really big problem. I think that if he's going to be involved with someone, in a relationship with someone, he wants to be able to see them anytime. He wants to be able to just drive over or reach out and hold their hand. Directionless, well, I think the definition of that would be like not knowing what the future holds, feeling like there's no path forward. Lacking in general purpose or general aim, lacking in direction. Exactly. Like he can't see a world in which this is a successful connection because of the fact that if he's going to allow himself to be in a relationship with someone, he wants it to be someone who's in close proximity. I think distance is a big factor. But again, that's him saying, if I'm going to be in a relationship with someone, I would need them to be closer to me. That's not him saying I'm going to be in a relationship. That doesn't mean that he finds someone where he's at and he's automatically going to go, oh yeah, I want a relationship. No, he's just saying like, if I get to that point with someone, I would need them to be in close proximity to me. Yeah, I would say yes. The thing is that he views you as someone important to him, someone that he does care about, someone who is unlike anyone else that he's ever met. He has a lot of good things to say to you. And I think that he would be a little jealous if you were to start talking to someone new, but he would respect it and he would not. I don't think, okay, let's just put it this way. I don't think this guy's going to fight for you. I don't think Ryan's fighting for you right now. I don't think he's fighting for this. And I think that's something that you need to hear, because I think it's going to help you make your decision. Is like, you want to know, like, does he care about me? Does he want to keep the connection? Like, yes, conveniently he does. Yes, he cares about you. Yes, he would be jealous if you were to start talking to someone else, but he would understand it, he would respect it, and I don't think that this person would go out of their way to fight for you. I don't think he would go out of his way to try to maintain this connection, especially if you found happiness somewhere else. So that is what you really need to hear. Because that's a big, big deal. Like, if someone's not willing to fight for you, if someone's not willing to do everything they can not to lose you, that's not someone that you should even concern yourself with, in my personal opinion. Especially if you're looking for something more than what you have with this person. If you just like the companionship, if you just like communicating, if you just like talking and having a friendship with someone, then that's fine. But if you're looking for something more, or maybe right now it's not necessary, but at some point you're going to want more from this is not the person. The way that he is right now, this is not that person for you. Yeah, like, I think that he would be jealous if you were to start talking to someone new. I think he does care about you. I think he is attracted to you. I think he does like your company. I don't think any of that is untrue, but I don't think he would stand in your way if you said, I want to be with someone else, or I'm considering talking to someone else. And maybe for you, it's important. You would want him to fight for you. You would want him to be like, no one else can have you. Like, I want to be with you. Like, you might want him to say those things. And I don't see him doing that. So I will say, Amy, is that like the person I dated before my husband, he was he would give Ryan vibes. I'm not gonna lie. This person was never going to commit to me ever. He told me after the fact, like after he hadn't talked to me for a couple months and he came back around, he told me that he loved me. He never said that while we were together, ever. And he said that to me because he knew that I was dating someone new and that he wanted to see what the potential was there for, like, do we still have a connection? Like, would I be willing to give up something unknown for something with him that I did that was familiar? And while I felt like I had a connection with this person, I knew in my heart of hearts this person was never going to give to me. He was never going to give me what I wanted. He constantly fell through, broken promises, left me on red. But he swears up and down that he had feelings for me. He had a meltdown at my house one time because he thought that I was cheating on him because he came and surprised me and I wasn't home and all this stuff. And like, he really had damage. Like, he had some serious damage. And I'm not going to say he didn't have feelings for me because I'm sure that he did. But at the same time, he was never going to give me what I wanted. And he lived within an hour from me, you know? And like, he had access to me whenever he wanted, and he still couldn't commit. So my thing is that a lot of what's happening is like, I held on to that. I held on to like, oh, he loves me, or oh, he cares about me, or oh, he sees the value in me, or oh, we have something special, we had something unique. And while every single one of those things were true, that the way that I understood it, none of that was an untrue statement. I held on to that, and in the end I ended up hurting myself. Because even though those were true things, even though he did see me differently than other people, even though I was unique and special to him, even though he did care about me, and I know that he did, we ultimately were on different pages, and he wasn't giving me what I wanted. And holding on to that, I ended up hurting myself in the end. And I think that that's what it all comes down to. Like Philomena said, you have to know like your worth, right? I'm just sad because, of course, Philomena says, and add tax. I love that. That's such a cute statement. I'm just sad that because, of course, I have feelings for him, and I feel like Brian does have some sort of feelings for me too, but I know he's not putting that distance because he's definitely not ready and he has his own issues. Exactly. And the thing is like, what's funny is I said to the guy I was dating, also, Amy, let me know what your backup story is like for your channel reading, because I'll get started on that in a minute. I started dating Brennan, and like, wild the difference. Brennan and I didn't become official until 4 months after dating. But it was a night and day. Like, we started talking, he came through, he said like he would get back to me, and he did. He always kept his promises. He was consistent. And every single night, like clockwork, around 11 o'clock, I knew that I could hear from him. I knew he was making time for me. And he would say, let's make plans. I'll come see you on this day. And I would get all ready, and I would like expect him to cancel on me, because that's all I ever knew. All I ever knew was 50% of the time someone followed through and actually said what they were going to do. And I constantly was in this state of like, and every single time Brendan was like, I said I was coming, why wouldn't I show up? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I was in such a toxic connection with someone that like I didn't understand my worth. I thought it was normal for people to just not show up. And it took a good year of Brendan constantly showing up over and over and over, never breaking a promise to me. I was like, wait, this is how it should be. So we're about 2 months into our relationship, maybe 3 months, or 3 months into dating. We weren't official yet. And he wanted to introduce me to his mom and his dad. And then what do you know? Who comes out of the woodwork? This person. The universe is challenging me and saying, you're getting what you want, you're getting what you asked for, but do you really want it? The universe was challenging me by bringing this ex back around. So this ex is like telling me all these things that I only ever wanted to hear years prior. I love you, I loved you, you were everything to me, like this guy isn't anything like me, da 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 da. Like coming back around trying to fight for me at this point, right? And I thought to myself, well, Brennan has shown me consistency. He has added value to my life. He seems to care about my feelings and what's important to me and what makes me happy and feel good. And he's taking me seriously and he's introducing me to his family, which in like 2 years the other guy never did. And like just all this stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm willing to jump into the unknown. I'm willing to jump into the unknown than go back to what's familiar because I want something different. And let that be a lesson to anybody that's listening right now, is that good men do exist. Men who will text you and tell you they're going to get back to you and call you and be consistent. And when you message them, they don't ever tell you, oh, 3 days later, I was too busy, I'm sorry. Like, no. There are people out there that will show up for you. And not only that, but when they love you, they will take care of you. They will provide for you. They will go to work and pay for things. They will support you while you follow your dreams, and they will make sure you are taken care of. Those people exist. I promise it. Exactly, Philomena. Let him fumble you. It's fine. You're not losing what you never had in the first place. That's a big thing. You're never going to lose what you never had. Okay, backstory. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. Go ahead. Philomena, I saw you donated again. I just wanted to let you know that I got it. Okay, so Amy, is this a channeling that you want to do? Okay, Amy, you got it. No worries. I understood everything you were saying. Okay, that sounds good. So while you guys wait, I'm doing a channeling, then we'll do Philomena, then Tanika, and then I'm signing off for the night. Philomena, if you are ready and or if you would like to, go ahead and post your questions and I'll be with you as soon as I'm done with this channeling for Amy. You'll be next, okay? Yeah, it is kind of crazy when you have really realistic dreams. It's like, what the hell is this and why is this happening? I see, I see. Okay. All right, Amy, I'm back. Oh, I feel like I need to like a sage cleansing after that. So, hey kitty kitty. So, Jordan he he does not have the healthiest mindset, I feel. He just feels like he's messing everything up. Like he feels like he is an inconvenience to everyone around him, and he feels like the black sheep. He feels like no one understands him. He feels like he doesn't understand anyone else. He just feels like a bit of a loner, and it's kind of like a self-appointed loner, but it's based off of his experience. That's just easier for him to be on his own. I think that he feels a lot of like eyes on him a lot of the time. He feels pressure to be a certain person and have certain relationships that, you know, it's like I can just sense like I'm channeling like his parents just want him to be happy. His parents just want him to lead a normal life. But whatever normal means for Jordan, as long as he's happy, his parents are fine with that. But Jordan feels like he has to live up to certain expectations that are being set for him. And it makes it really hard because it's like he can almost feel the expectations of the people around him on him, and he like struggles with that a lot. And so yeah, anyways, I'm just pulling a lot of like not so healthy thoughts from him. You know, he feels misunderstood, but more than anything, it's like the pressure. Okay, so like his parents love him so much, and is he an only child? Like I'm sensing almost like he's an only child. But it's like they put a lot of focus on him. So maybe if he's not an only child, it's just like he has a lot of focus on him in particular, but it does feel like he's an only child for some reason. Or he could be like the only one living at home. But he just feels like the only one of something. Okay, maybe it's just he's the only son, but to me it just feels like there's a lot of focus on him, and he struggles with that very much so. So like he compares himself to other people. He compares himself to like, oh, well, he doesn't behave like his family would expect him to. He doesn't have friendships and relationships like his family would have want him to. Okay. So anyways, this is the reading. This is what I channeled from him to you. He says, I know you want closure. I never gave that to you. You probably feel hurt. I know I let you down in ways that I feel I can never come back from, especially after all of this time. You were a good thing in my life, and I tend to mess up the good things. I say I was protecting myself, but in some way I was protecting you from me. The second I let you further into my life, I had instant regret and tried to sabotage. I thought I was ready, but I wasn't. It just got too real too quickly, and you deserved better. The people in my life deserve more than to let me get their hopes up about me. I know they were excited because they were seeing things change for me when you came around. It just wasn't what I was prepared for. I got ahead of myself and in turn let everyone else down. I still think of you, you know. Oh, he said, I still think of you, you know. I just feel it's better to keep things the way they are. Let's not mess this up any more than I already have. You are a better person than I am, and I wish this never happened. I am trying to move on. It's too late for us. I failed to give you what you need. The pressure from this is overwhelming me. I need everyone to know that they cannot count on me. I will let them down. It's better for everyone that I just keep to myself. He is the only son, and I wonder if he's the only one in his family on the spectrum. Jesus, because his parents really did see how different I was compared to people he brought over. Yeah, and they were excited because they were seeing things change for him when you came around, but he wasn't prepared for it. So he could see maybe the excitement that they had. Maybe he could sense like how happy they were for him, that things were changing for him. But he was like, wait, pump the brakes, because this wasn't supposed to be as big of a deal as it seems. Maybe he overheard a conversation of theirs that made him feel like more expectations or pressure was being added to him. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's a little depressy. I wouldn't say he's in like a dangerous state or anything, but I definitely think that he's still suffering from that. And I do think just generally people on the spectrum feel isolated, like they feel probably just this innate natural feeling of like not understanding, being misunderstood and not understanding. And they probably just have like this default mode of feeling like the black sheep regardless. Yeah, Amy, I think that you just need someone who like truly is ready for you, sees you, appreciates you, and fights for you. Like that's what you need, you know? Is Tanika here? Tanika, are you here by chance? Hey, Tanika, I'm going to go ahead and answer your question real quick while we wait for Philomena to type her questions. Amy, I haven't had a chance to read what you typed. Give me 1 second. All right. Did R receive the letter Tanika left for him? Please show me a yes or a no. We have Judgment and the Star, 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to go with a yes, Tanika. The Empress, 2 of Cups, Star. I'm going to go with yes. That's what it feels like to me. They did receive this. I think the Wheel of Fortune tried to come out while I was shuffling. That's like kind of like a turning point. With all these cards, a lot of major arcana, this felt like a big deal to this person. I'm going to go with yes, they have received it. All right, so Amy says, I met someone new, met up in real life for the first time. It's going nice, had fun. We'll keep you posted. Thank you so much for everything, being here essentially for the ride with me. You're welcome. You're welcome, Tanika. Amy, have a great evening. Just date around, go on dates, go on multiple dates. That's what dating is for. It's to kind of like find who you're looking for. It's not necessarily natural for you to meet someone, form a connection, and immediately that's the person that you enter a relationship with. Sometimes that is how it works. Sometimes you have to kiss a couple frogs first. So go on dates. Don't lock anything down. Don't get super serious until you really feel like you have something with someone, and don't give someone a lot of your time to develop feelings for them when they haven't earned that. Just get to know someone and go from there. All right, so Philomena says, my first question is, I told James we should just be friends. He said it's for the best. I want to know if he'll come back in. All right, let's take a look. We'll see how it goes. Will he come back into her life? Will he come back into her life? Yes, Philomena, I have a resounding yes. I have 8 of Wands, which indicates movement or new things coming in for you, which would mean, if we're talking about James, like new communication, new pursuits, new like energy, effort, like just all the like chasing energy here with the 8 of Wands. We also have the Fool, which also indicates new. It indicates a new beginning, a new start, or the desire for one. We also have Judgment, which talks about healing, forgiving, forgiveness, asking for amends, making amends, things like that. So I do feel like this person would definitely come back around into your life for sure. Let's see. We also have, oh shit, this is crazy. We also have the 6 of Cups, which talks about reunion and reconciliation. And then we also have Queen of Swords and Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is a turning point and things happening in divine timing. So you pretty much have every single card that indicates starting over, making amends, gaining clarity, new effort or energy in your direction, reconciliation, reunion, and divine timing. So I definitely think that is a yes for this person coming back around. So Philomena, what is your second question? And then I think after Philomena's second question, I am done for the night. So I will be signing off, but I will be back tomorrow. So don't worry, I'll be here again soon. Kitty, all of my lists are closed tonight. I have a banner scrolling and it's in the pinned comment as well. But thank you for your kind words to Amy, though. Thanks for stopping by. Come back tomorrow. For those of you who are subscribed, turn on your notifications on my channel and it will notify you every time I go live. I think most people get like an email to their phone, or you might be able to sign up for like text messages at this point. Honestly, I don't know how that works, but I have the YouTube app, so every time someone goes live that I'm following, I get a banner. So if you want to make sure that you can get here in time for the free readings, I do free reads at the top of every live stream. So first 15 minutes, if you get here early, you get a free yes, no. All right, if I give Daniel R a chance, will things be different? Will he put effort this time around? So it's tricky to word it like, will things be different? Because yes, they will be different, but will they be better? I think is what you really want to know. And I'm getting a no. Things will not be better. Things may be different. So maybe he'll approach you differently. Maybe he'll communicate with you differently. Maybe he'll start off the connection making you feel like he's really changed, then he just goes back to his old ways. And that would be a different pattern than before. But will it be better? I am getting a no. I pulled a card here from my messages of love deck because I just wanted to see like what is the underlying energy here, and we have ego. I let pride get in the way of our connection. I want my ego fed. I want like to feel appreciation and acknowledged, but in a way that makes me feel flattered and makes me feel good. I have the Nine of Cups, which talks about wish fulfillment, and that's not necessarily a bad thing on its own, but when it's paired with the card ego, when it's paired with the Knight of Wands, it indicates that this person is really just trying to get what he wants out of the situation. He's trying to get his wishes fulfilled and maybe not paying too much attention to what it is that you want from this. We also have the Four of Swords. When you ask, will he put in effort? Four of Swords indicates that he's keeping his energy for himself and himself only, and he's not willing to extend more effort in your direction. Let's see. I just feel like this person is more focused on like what it is that they want. Okay, so maybe distance is a problem, and I think that that is valid. That is so completely valid. I also feel like this person is not, let's just say they're not putting in effort. Like Four of Swords, it just means like no effort. And when I specifically ask like, will things be better, I am getting a no. I am getting that things will be different. So patterns might be different, habits might be different, cycles might be different, but I feel like overall the result is going to be the same in the end. Actually, that's a good question to ask. Hold on one second. Let me ask. Will it end differently? Will the result be the same in the end if she gives him another chance? Will the result be the same in the end? Show me a yes or a no, please. Page of Swords. Three of Cups. I don't feel like there's a significant difference, Philomena. I think it could be a little better, but I'm not getting enough like promising cards to tell me that things are really going to be super different. I think a change needs to be made first. I think something pivotal in your connection that was a block for you guys, that would have to be different in order for us to see like success or like a potential for success in this relationship. So for example, if he has no plans to move closer to you, if you have no plans to move closer to him, that could be why this trajectory feels similar to the before. It doesn't feel like it has changed as much. Maybe you're looking for this person to put in more effort to you, despite differences, despite the distance. But I don't see this person really doing that. I see them reserving their energy for themselves. And like, maybe that just means doing what they want to do. Maybe that means not putting as much effort to make you feel acknowledged and appreciated. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. I told him if he's not coming out to see me, he shouldn't contact me. Yeah, I mean, I think that's completely valid. I think that if someone is trying to have a long distance connection with you, they should be putting in the effort to see you and spend time with you as much as possible. I think it's also important to consider like why someone is seeking out a long distance connection. Do you know this person from like before? Like, have they always been long distance? Because if that's the case, I would be wondering to myself, like, why is this person even trying to have a connection with me when I live so far away? What is the purpose of that? What is the underlying root of that? Did you like, has he always been long distance? Just curious. He was really attached to me. You lived in the same state before. Okay, got it. That's definitely better than I was like thinking. Nope, we lived in the same state. You just really attached to me and I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, but I think this is kind of like the intuitive message is that if he were able to move closer, I think things could be different for you guys. But it seems like you guys might be stuck in a bit of a cycle here that, again, if nothing changes, then if the extenuating circumstances behind what stops you guys from being together, if that does not change, then it's very hard to have a different outcome or see the potential of a different outcome. I definitely think it's worth having a conversation. That's really important. So I wish you luck on that, and I do hope that he finds a way to make you feel like your priority and that he's willing to make some changes. But again, you want to see not just what he says now, but you want to see how those actions follow up. And on top of that, how long and how consistent he can be with those plans. Like, does it just last for a month and then things go back to the way they are? This is like a long game situation where you're really going to have to just let things play out, and you're probably not really going to know until you know. And if you don't want to do that, then that's your right, and you should probably stop things from progressing. Yeah, so he would need to make his way back to you for sure. Well, Philomena, thank you for your donation tonight. Good luck with that. I really wish you the best. I am going to go ahead and sign off for the night. Everyone else that's hanging out, have a good rest of your evening. Have a good rest. Have a good sleep. And I will be back tomorrow so we can continue this live stream then if anyone else wanted to donate and they weren't able to. Philomena, thank you again. It was good seeing you. I am going to go ahead and end this live stream, and I will see you guys next time.